Hey, you beautiful people! We're on the wrong StreamYards. I don't have an. I
Did
don't
I
have an.
did I
I don't.
do like a do?
I don't have an intro to play. We have no background, but who gives a shit? We're
Yeah,
about to talk some Star Wars,
we're doing
baby.
it dirty. We're doing it dirty. We're skipping the foreplay. We're just shoving our stream right in there.
Talking about dirty. No. Now, this was an amazing match. Obviously, we're talking about Harper and the Malanta, the Hunter versus the Major. Like, I kind of know where you were going, where the rest of the crew, but let people know, who were you thinking was going to be a champ?
Yeah, you know where I'm going with this. But I want to say right now, uh, Frenchie, how's it going? I want to say hello to you first. There you go, Frenchie. Yeah, as you guys know and love him from Jay Wade's show, he's the producer over there. I'm glad to have you back. I don't think I've done a show with you since the one that you didn't watch, and I quizzed you on the. I think that was the last time we did a show together.
It's been a while. I changed jobs, so I actually have time to breathe, and actually, I know, and actually have time to just be on my own fucking channel.
And I'm opposite. My job picked back up, and now I'm on less. So I'm glad we can. I'm really excited to do the show with you. And to answer your question, there's a reason why I drafted him into both of my fantasy leagues, and I have faith in him of holding the belt all year. I had Demalanta going in. I wasn't as confident as I was against Kelly or Damon 2. I wasn't confident in Damon 1. I didn't think anyone was going to be Damon. But when Demalanta finally did, I was very confident in him. And I was confident in his last two. Harper's easily the biggest. I think that Harper's better than Damon. I do. I will say that just straight up. And I believed it before this match. I think that this was his biggest challenge. And yeah, I was like Demalanta. Like I was like 51% thinking he was gonna win.
And for me, I actually had no doubts. For me, it was Harper since the beginning, even before he played. I know a lot of people are like, that's stupid. But there's something special about him that, like, from the get-go I met him, from the get-go that he appeared everywhere, there's a confidence about him that it shows, his accurate, experience as being a Jag. And his dedication to something, right? Because you got to be special to be an attorney. You got to be even more special of a person to be a Jag.
Yeah,
So that X factor for me was kind of not a no-brainer, but it rose a thought in my head that this is going to be someone to watch. And boy, am I happy I'm right. I've been on the Harper train since the beginning. Hell, I traded in one of the fantasies. I traded trades to make sure that I had 2 number 1 picks to be able to pick Harper. That's how much I believed in him. And yeah,
I was just gonna agree with everything you just said. Are you familiar? Do French people have the expression "I like the cut of your jib"? Is that an expression up there? All right. Nope. I don't need to explain where it came from because I had to look it up. No one really knows. I now know because I looked it up. But
it's all in your head.
I know it means like a good first impression or just like somebody's overall vibe. I like the cut of your jib. Like, for example, I don't like the cut of your jib. See what I did?
Yeah, like we talked about pre-show, like we talked about the pre-show. You hated my guts at first, and I was I was like, who the hell is this idiot? And next thing you know, we're working together. So.
I've never hid that fact. And I love it because I was like, I hate this guy. And you messaged me one day and I'm like, Frenchie's messaging me. Hey, man, I really thought you had good energy. You want to be on the show? Yeah, man, I've always wanted to.
You fucking faker.
But no. I like the cut of Harper's jib. And there's just something about him. He's doing character work. It's the one thing no one was expecting. He was going to come in 100%. I thought he was going to be like the Star Wars Collins, but he isn't. He is the real deal. He's a full package. He does the General Mulligan thing. He does do a character, and he takes it super serious. And you can't badmouth that. There's nothing negative I can say about Harper, except for that I wanted Demalanta to win. But besides that, I can't badmouth the dude because he's got it all going on. He's really good at what he does.
But it was interesting to see his progression, right? Because right off the bat, he was confident. He like when it came to the lower tier players, he was like, yeah, this is. But the more we advance closer to number one contender and then championship, you can see that he was confident, but the nerves were getting to him in a sense that he even himself knew that he was at the competition, and it might be 1 or 2 points and he's gone, right? He was at that level. So you can see every time he win, he's like, yes. And that kind of reaction, that means that he had to release it, right?
I loved his reaction to this.
Yeah,
because it almost looked like he was surprised when he was in charge the whole second half. But I want to correct you on something really small. I don't think Star Wars has lower tiers. I think they have not S tier. They have S tier and A tier and maybe like one B tier guy, and I love Adam Witt. But but also he's still good. He's still great. There's really no one who isn't good. So I just don't like saying lower tier when it comes to Star Wars.
But what I mean by lower tier, I don't mean the sucky tier. But like it or not, there is a lower tier, even though they're very high. And I think Harper himself would say, like, they're all good. But there is, I find, a gap.
Yeah, a small but still important gap.
Yeah, that grain of salt gap makes the whole difference.
That 3-point gap that means everything in the Star Wars. 1 point means everything in Star Wars.
As we can see in this match.
As we see when we get to the 5th round, it was. And I told my wife the second we started 5th round, I was like, no one's losing. Harper wins this. She's like, yeah, but Andrew's going to get all 3. And I'm like, so is Harper. Okay, sorry. I'll let you do a little more and I want to say something.
I'm actually going to probably make you your heart warm and be in love with me. But let's talk about round 1. I know you have notes. But
I do have notes. I always have notes. I took these notes when my daughter was supposed to go to sleep right before this game started. And I even messaged Frenchie, let's watch it together. And my daughter did not go to sleep until the game was done. And so she was like, I want to watch it. What are you talking about? So this was, my wife was cooking. I was trying to take notes, pay enough attention to take notes, and also be 100% the only parent in a very rowdy 1-year-old who now knows how to, just do everything I don't like. So she's like, oh, this thing that I'm not supposed to play with? And I'm like, I'm trying to take notes, lady. So anyways, I still took them all. So round 1 was rather surprising. And it was question 4. It wasn't a challenge. Have we ever seen this before where they're like, shit, let us think about this? Because it wasn't a challenge. They were like, let us watch something really quick.
Yeah, that I found surprising because I think they probably had a meeting saying, we got to stop putting ourselves in hot water, right?
No shit.
We probably have to talk before we make a decision.
Yeah.
And especially movies, Harloff, Guy, and Baby Carrots, they know a bit. When it comes to Star Wars, they're the first ones to tell you, what the fuck is these questions, right? No, so I think it's even more of a level with Star Wars that they really want to make sure they're not gonna fuck it up. And I think it should be like this every time.
Absolutely.
If they're not sure, instead of just saying, yes, you're right, and the other person has a challenge, just take your time and talk before calling it.
Unless it's live and you have to make that call, there's reasons why you tape things ahead of time. And this should be one of them. If Ellis goes, I don't know if we should accept that, then find out instead of going gut feeling. And I don't envy the guys who have to make those calls. What they normally have, 3 seconds to make that call. And a lot of times Ellis goes, he knows the challenge is going to come. And he's like, well, let's go with that. There it is. There's the challenge. He knows it's coming. So I really liked this of that, all right, give us a second. And you notice no one challenged it afterwards. because it clearly was thought about. And they went and they did their homework, and it wasn't like a let's go with this. They're like, dude, we just watched Clone Wars, and this is what it was. So yeah, it was question 4, and it was not at all was the name was what it was. It was Anakin's first line, and Harper said not at all master, opposed to not at all. And and as close as it comes, man, when it comes to Star Wars.
And obviously, this is infamous with Jay Wade. I cannot detach it from now. But Star Wars is probably the league that you cannot have benefit of doubt. I'm somewhat of a defender for benefit of doubt for certain circumstances.
I'm absolutely to a point.
Like if there's no movie of the name that they give it, but you can see they're close enough that it was, they know the movie, especially there's no other movie to confuse it. Okay, if what was there's a match today. I forgot the names.
I had it until you said anything. It was Brittany Young versus James White.
I forgot the name of the movie, but there's a duh on it. Like not barbershop, but
it was the beauty shop.
The beauty shop.
And it was just beauty shop. It's called Beauty Shop. And he said the beauty shop.
And I think there was another movie called Beauty Shop. So like that I understand. Like benefit of doubt or not, if there's another movie.
Literally already talked to me about today's one, where I was asking him if he had room on the show. By the way, Jay Wade's show tomorrow. Frenchie does French stuff on it. You should check it out. But anyways,
no, I don't.
I plugged it. You literally all you do is argue. Frenchie's Corner is literally just you arguing with people,
which I do every day anyway.
Yeah, you do French shit. I just said you do French stuff. That's literally what you do. You go, all right, let's argue as he lit a cigarette. Baguette, that's all you do. But anyways, he messaged me like, all right, I just got you the challenge of today's match. I'm okay with it. I'm like, okay, cool.
Wow, that is surprising.
Well, when the challenge happened during the machine zipper, and when it went the other way, I'm in North Dakota. I'm pretty far from Chicago. I heard Jay Wade from Chicago. I just heard like, I know. And then I laughed before I clicked it. I went onto YouTube and I saw on his channel a short, and it just his face like, and I'm like, oh my God, I know what this is. I clicked, he's like, all right, first off. And I'm like,
oh, fuck, man.
Get Jay Wade. I love that man so much.
But yeah, going back to Star Wars, today's match, I like what he did. This is the route they should go. Sometimes human error can play a part, understandable. But if they're not sure, pause, reassess, come back.
Especially with this question. They asked and they said in the question, we need the exact wording. So you know what that means? Not only do you need to know the exact wording, we need to know the exact wording. And when the two most knowledgeable people of Star Wars in this area say two different things, you kind of got to go double check. We didn't mess up, right? Okay, good. We didn't mess up. And that's what they did. And that was really smart. And I loved it.
Now going after that, like when I realized, shit, Harper missed in round 1. You could see he was composed outside, but inside he was taking a rocket launcher and shooting at the air.
I'm gonna get back to this in a second because I want to compare something once we get to it. Okay. So pin in that, stick it on the screen, putting a pin on it. Then he missed question 9, and it was like a name of a ship. I remember I was like half parenting, so I just wrote name in a ship, question mark. Like he said the type of ship opposed to the name.
Yeah.
That sucks. I mean,
brain farts, right? It's like, especially in championship matches, like it's its own beast. Like,
oh yeah.
Like Harper has already done 5 rounds, right? So he's used to the format, but nothing compares the pressure of this is the moment you sacrifice for. This is, again, why you're not in Cuba right now and studying Star Wars in your vacation time. It's now or never type of thing.
This is very much the star or the Super Bowl. Like he played a 5-round match because he played a championship match. But guess what? You're now in the Super Bowl. And guess what? Every single second's going to be scrutinized. You have to be super on your game. And also, you're playing against Malanta, who used to be a pretty good Star Wars player. And right now, he's like the best Star Wars player until this match. Like, you really have to know your shit playing against this guy. And it not only is what I like about Demalanta is not only is his knowledge there, but he's one of the best game players the league like this division has. And he cares a lot, I think.
Best game players.
So does Harper.
Game players, he's a really good one. The best game player for me,
Star Wars.
But for me, still is Harper. What he does with a whiteboard,
you're right,
is something that again I can't believe.
No, other people are doing it,
but not everyone. That's what's surprising is he's onto something. I would expect almost it'd be like the new norm. You see it.
Bateman will start if he isn't now. I think he's done it a couple times, but I remember he brought it up after Harper's first match. He goes, "Can people use whiteboards like that?" And you just hear Bateman going, "That's another tool." Because Bateman's the best game player in the entire league, not division, league. And it's because he uses every single tool. He messes with people until he gets his warning. Like, he uses every possible thing. I think he should mess with people more. I honestly think the warning's not a penalty. I think that you should go until you get the warning. I literally do. That's a tool.
I have a feeling Harloff, this is like, next time you're not getting a warning. You've been warned enough.
Yeah. But he's only gotten one. I would play until I got that email from Harloff. I would be in. It's a tool. It is.
It is. But at the same time, I don't think you want to be on Harloff's bad side. And I think if it was anyone else but Bateman, let alone maybe Merle or, like if it was like Lon Harris or I don't know who else.
I don't know. He loves Lon Harris. He didn't come up with a good one. But yeah.
But like someone's like, "Hey kid, you're welcome." Like one of the newbies, right? If one of the newbies, rookies would have done that, I think they would have waited a match or four before getting their, like it was Bateman.
I agree.
He got the pass, but probably got warned. You do that again, your immunity is out, bro. There's no lethal weapon 4, I think. Like the diplomatic.
There's a lethal weapon 4.
The one with the diplomatic immunity, right? Ben Bateman has it, but it can be pretty much like taken away. But we're sidetracking here.
That's what we're doing. I'm loving this. I'm loving this show. I don't care if no one's watching. I'm gonna dance like no one's watching.
and to think you hated me at first,
I still hate you.
Yay!
By the way, this is a 12% beer, 12.5. So I was sober here, and now I'm like,
and now I'm becoming sexier and sexier. I know.
You're not my type.
At one point, many beers, you have no more type.
I don't know. I still got a little bit of a type. Female.
I could put on a skirt if you want.
Well, we're getting closer. All right. I need the female form. I mean, I might be okay with your beard and other stuff, but at least you need some curves.
You want me to show me my ass?
Moving on. All right. So, do you remember what Harper spun around 2?
It was. I think.
My head off. Oh my god.
I think it was Revenge of the Sith, and he said. Revenge of the Sith. And he said it was too long of a movie that there would be more chances to get exposure.
Is that what he said?
If I remember, it's like I know this movie, but
I was in the middle of dadding. I didn't look up until he asked the first question, and then I wrote down. I didn't know he spun away because the movie was too long. but you see, and if I'm not mistaken, it was that. And if it really was, congrats on Harper. That might have won in the match. That logic of saying, but going into mixed bag is dangerous. I mean, it wasn't. But there's more landmines in mixed bag. Dude danced around all of them, but there's definitely more landmines in mixed bag.
But that's how good he is, right? That's how good he is.
Really good.
But his logic again, saying, "Hey, this is a 2 hour and such movie compared to like an hour and a half. I prefer risking and getting a shorter movie, and maybe not going like have to remember."
Yeah, but time is time. I mean, there's like 5 things that happen in Return of the Jedi.
No, I agree. Like,
I mean, time is time. A lot of that time is them hanging out with Ewoks in the jungle. It's a lot of padding in that movie. I love that movie. It's like top 3 for me. But yeah.
Was it right? I don't know, but you can see he has a game plan. He has a strategy in hand.
Yeah. He wasn't just You're right.
Because you heard often it's like, hey, they're all good in all the movies, whatever they land usually in first round, except if it was mixed bag and etc. Usually they'll stick on it. Harper is going even deeper. He doesn't just go, I know this movie, like bring it on. He's actually playing the chance and saying, I know this movie, but what else can I look at? And
there's only 2 that anyone ever spins away from. Mixed bag, Clone Wars. And we saw one guy spin into one, and the other guy spin away from one. So,
vehicles and weapons, heroes and villains. Sometimes you'll see the more obscure. Like, what else can we put on the wheel categories? It is usually skipped on.
I want Legends exclusive Sith on the wheel. Can we do that one? It's the only way I'd win.
No.
Can we do not movies be a slice?
Okay, gold leader, could you take your partner and control him, please?
Did I tell you what happened when Barbarian came on Star Wars?
I seen the show. He literally like left the camera 40 million times.
I don't think it happened during the show. Dude quizzed me, and I didn't want him to. He said, "Let me ask you a question." I said, "I'm gonna get it wrong. I said I'm not a movie guy. I don't love Star Wars for the actors. I don't love Star Wars for – I'm a lore guy, and I'm a Legends guy." I said, "I'm going to get it wrong." He goes, what are the name of the 3 actors that played Darth Vader in Rogue One? I'm like, I don't know one of them. I told you I don't know this. And I told him not to quiz me, and he does. And I couldn't even remember. It was – I think I now know David Prowse. I might get that wrong, but the original Vader guy, who is not even one of them. But I said Peter – Krause, which is the actor from Parenthood and like 6 Feet Under. Like he's a TV actor, and they were both like, "Wow!" And I'm like, "I told you not to do it. I didn't want to do it." I'm sure Barbarian hates me, and you know what? I love Barbarian. He's still like one of my favorite, and I've always been a huge Barbarian fanboy. Dude's like, he's a fake Star Wars nerd. I bet he just totally despises me now. And I didn't want to play it.
Mr. Gagne is probably the chillest dude ever. I don't think so. We can always ask him in the future. It's like, hey, do you like this idiot? Yes or no? But no.
Okay, moving on.
Pulling back to round 2, you can see, again, shaken but not stern, right? He was keeping under control, but it was playing on him. He's like, look, I just missed 2. I got mixed bag.
I think he went opposite. I didn't see that. I think he goes, I'm behind, let's get ahead. And he's and went bang, 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 bang. And he got all 5 2-pointers.
I was talking before he answered questions. When he went on mixed bag, there is a certain swag to usually Harper. He's like, okay, let's do this. I found that he had like this, okay, let's do this, but it was a bit more reserved. Very nuanced, because Harper's character is very, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, let's do this, ma'am, right? But I still could feel the nerves. But when he started being on the roll,
I think he went in the war mode, dude. He went, all right, let's shoot everything in front of me. Like he's piloting an X-Wing, and he like took the computer away, and he went, wham, 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 wham.
Correction, not X-Wing, Y-Wing. He's a Y-Wing fighter, my friend.
He's a bomber? All right.
Yeah, and he said himself, it's a superior ship, my friend.
It isn't. It's a bomber. It's slower.
Dude, I play squadrons. I'm a bomber, too. That fucking thing is indestructible. I'm an A-Wing. It's slow.
You can't hit me. I'm an A-Wing. I'm a silhouette of 0. I'm an A-Wing that's stealth. I have less silhouette than a freaking Ewok.
I always crash into asteroids when I fucking play A-Wing, so I'm like, screw that shit.
I don't play that game that you're talking about. So
and I got the VR too, so it's even more harder to fucking control it.
I'm talking strictly role-playing game. Is an A-Wing is the smallest silhouette of any of the Republic's fighter pilots, and also if you put 2 stealth things on it, you can lower it, so it literally has a silhouette of 0 when an Ewok has a silhouette of 1. So it's literally harder to hit than the smallest alien in the game if you know how to like build your A-Wing. But anyways, that's why I said I fly A-Wing, because a role-playing game I did, I flew an A-Wing. Well, welcome to Let's Talk About Star Wars. We just did our A-Wing moment. Oh my God. I had a Charlie horse when I woke up and my leg still hurts. That ever happened to you?
Yeah, my leg hurts every fucking day, but for other reasons.
It's okay.
It's nothing sexual, you dumbass.
It sounded bad. Like, well, you don't know what I do with this leg.
Well, I'm gonna go morbid. I have a neurological disease, dumbass.
Well, I didn't know that. Don't make me fucking feel bad.
All right, but
it's like when you make fun of someone's mom and they're like, "My mom's dead." I'm like, "Well, I wouldn't have said that then." Like, I'm sorry. I wanted to make a dumb little insult. I didn't mean to remind you about that.
Your parents, like, I've been foster care and my parents are druggies. Like, oh crap.
Well, I wanted to just call you dumb in a different way. So sorry. You're dumb then. How's that? Can you tell this beer is kicking in? All right.
But yeah.
All right, now let's go to what I was going to bring up earlier. So now we can take that tack off the wall. Remember that thing I told you to tack up? We're only 26 minutes in. I feel like we're an hour in.
Yeah. Well.
We're either covering a lot or dealing with you is messing with my head. Okay. So,
I am your arch nemesis. So
arch, a capital arch on arch. Okay, so I believe Phantom Menace is what Demolanta stuck with. I didn't write it, but if memory serves. So he got his 2. Yeah, he got a 2-pointer, and then he got a miss. And then Harper got a steal.
And then Harper is back.
4-point swing. That's a fucking swing. That went from Harper being 2 behind at the end of round 1. It was 10-8. And just because of that little bitty fuck up, by the way, there's no misses in Star Wars Round 2. There's only steals. There really is. I want to know the percentage of steals opposed to not steals in Star Wars, because it's got to be higher than 50%.
I can always talk to Double D to see, because I'm actually very curious too. I can't remember last time someone missed and not got a steal for the opponent, right?
In Star Wars, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it went from Harper being down 2 points at the end of 1 to him being up 2 points at the end of 2. So here's my question. You took it? I saw you take the pin off. Do you still have the question? Do you still have it? Okay. You said you saw Harper like kind of take a little bit of a hit when he missed. Do you think Demolanta, after he missed and Harper got that steal, was more impacted than Harper was impacted?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
He shook. I saw it immediately. He had to go get it out like you could see it hit him.
And this goes to what we're talking about in the Facebook group before the match actually like really begun. I wrote to these guys, is it me or Demolanta seems a bit more nervous than usual? And Dave's like, he's always like this. I honestly think that he was a bit more shaken even before the match, because the stakes are high. Like, this is not just any player going against Harper. You. It's Harper.
This isn't Gold Leader. This is a real player.
Do you want to keep your co-host on the show, man?
He loves doing the show. He's never liked me. It's fine. See, if he liked me, that would be something I could lose. If he liked me, if he dislikes me right away, then he can't use that against me. He can't use that as a reason to leave. Now he's got to leave for real reasons, not because of me. He's never liked me. I'm kidding. Me and Evan actually get along really well. I like that guy a lot. Let's just say mine and his like green room conversations are like my therapy now because we get each other really well. So whenever it's like, hey, that was a really good game, I should go. And I was like, you want to talk a bit? So I love Evan is what I'm getting at. All right. So at the end of round 2, it was 20-18. So it was that complete 2-point switch. That steal was devastating.
Which is like the total of certain matches in after round 3, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. I think I'm wrong because it was Phantom Menace for the betting round. I don't know what Demolata spun.
At this point,
it was a movie one. It was a movie. That's all I know. No, it was villains.
No,
it wasn't. That was a 5-point.
At this point, to be honest, I was in and out because I was talking to someone that apparently I cannot mention anymore. But yeah,
target.
I was slightly distracted. Let's just say that, and there's a couple things I've been missing. So this is why I will allow your notes this time, sir, because I actually would need them. But
I
even
love
then,
it. I love
but
it
you don't even have the. But you don't even have the fucking information, so you're useless.
Well, I love it when you call me sir, for one.
Yes, sir.
And there was a joke that I cannot tell you why it's as funny as it is, because we're on the internet and people watch this. I'm assuming kids, maybe, I don't know. So round 3, they got Phantom Menace. Do you even need to have code words for a Star Wars freaking championship match? You know what I would have done? I would have said, so we're doing 3, right? I'm like, why do we need to hide it? She's doing 3, I'm doing 3.
Well, what killed me is when Kate's like, should we go a gold leader? And you can see fucking Harper going,
Although, I think his dig towards gold leader, I think during the promo or maybe at the beginning of the match, was a little under the belt. Because he already beat him. Beat him. He's like, well, something about gold leader spelling. I'm like, dude, don't kick him down.
But the worst part is he keeps saying that joke, right? He did a couple of times when I was talking to him in other interviews, and he's going after gold leader like there's no tomorrow. And I love it because I know gold leader is going to just fire the shit out of him.
Because it's his next opponent. That's why.
That's what I'm thinking too.
It is. I mean, he's gold leader, as much as I like to give him shit, he is my favorite. Don't ever tell him I said this. Frenchie, it stays between us. No one else. I do not tell him that I think that.
It's between us and that one viewer, apparently.
We have a viewer? I don't know. We're not on the right StreamYards. I can't see. I only see comments in private chat, and I'm ignoring private chat.
And it's probably Dave.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Thanks for showing up, Dave. Dave's not here, man. Yeah, we know. So I do have Gold Leader as favorite for the tournament. I also, Damon, of course. I think Nikki Demolanta has a chance too. I think that she could take her side. I really do.
I think Gold Leader is the next in line.
I think he's going to take it, but I think that she's going to take her side if he's not on that side. I don't know.
I love him to death, but you put him against Harper, I don't see it happening. Again,
only once. He's going to double down. Now, check this out. Demolanta was good. He lost, and then he doubled down, and now he's second best Star Wars player. Gold Leader was near amazing, and then he lost. What's going to happen? I think he might be more dangerous now.
He will. And might is not even a word. He will be more dangerous. But Harper, he's got what he was aiming for, right? He's not going to relax.
Lost. He's never been humbled.
He's never been humbled, but I don't think he's going to be humbled soon. I think, personally, from what we saw, the progression to the player he is now is only the beginning. Certain players, it go like, okay, you won, cool, now you have to keep the belt.
Yeah,
you have to.
Rookie champions, they never have good sophomore years. I wish they did, but they don't. They don't. Rookie champions don't. Once they lose, they lose. They lose hard, and then they take a while.
We're not talking about Coyote. We're not talking about certain other players. This is Star Wars. This is so specific that there's sometimes luck is on your side with other divisions that, you can have an amazing run and then you get that fucking slice you don't want and then everything goes downhill. Star Wars
doesn't have that. Yeah.
Doesn't have that. And the age of Damon, like his accomplishments was amazing, but they said 4 title defenses. I'm like, it was only 4. And then I realized
4 of 3 years.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. It felt long because it was long, right? It was such a long defense because Star Wars wasn't up front. And now I personally think Harper might actually go over the Damon legacy.
I think that if Harper doesn't have it the rest of the year, if he gets dethroned at Spectacular, I will be extremely surprised. I will be extremely surprised. I think it's Harper's for the rest of the year, which is only one defense, right? It's just Spectacular. Can I plug how amazing this beer is really quick? It's the new Surly 13. It is so good. Surly only does these numbers each year. Surly 8 was my favorite. This is pretty good, all right? I just want to know anyone who can get Surly. It's out of Minneapolis. It's my favorite brewery. This beer is fantastic. All right. Moving on. It's my second one. They're 12.5. I'm going to be drooling by the end of this podcast.
So let's like skip round 2 in the sense that we talked about it's betting round.
Yeah,
we know
it's betting round. Everyone, guess what? They betted 3. They both got it. Moving on.
And again, before we move on, I just have to reiterate, I really want them to rework round 3. It's my least favorite round. It's one of those, hey, it's there. Let's bet. Let's get it.
It's a staple. That's the only issue. All right. Hey, Frenchie, come back. Eyes right here. It's been there from the beginning. Shut up for a second. Come on. Even go back to Schmodown Volume 1. There was a betting round in every match back then.
I get it.
Harloff loves the betting round. It's the Jeopardy round. It's his main round. And he's only put it in 5-pointers now because that's his compromise. I
love pie. It's gonna kill me one day, right? So I get it. It's his thing.
People die from pie? Did I miss something?
Dude, eat enough pie, it's gonna fucking clog your veins. All I'm saying.
So with cheese. So with anything that's good.
Good
point. All right, so your point now.
And I love cheese, and I love cheese on my apple pie. So I'm just saying, I'm fucked.
I thought I was the American. I gotta know, in French Canada, do you guys have American cheese?
The world has American cheese, dumbass.
Really? American? Yeah. I don't know. I've only lived in America, you fucking ass face. I don't fucking know. I just don't know. Is American cheese exported? I don't know that shit.
But I'm guessing, but we have what we call American cheese. I don't know if it's the same thing.
Do you have Kraft Singles?
Yeah.
That's American cheese. Yeah.
Well, in that case, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Ugh. It's okay.
It's the worst. I hate America for 3 main reasons. Slavery for a while. That was really fucked up. American cheese and our last president.
Biden or Trump?
Our last one.
Oh, okay.
Biden's our current one.
Yeah. Let's get out of politics right now. We're not going down that road.
It was a cheese and slavery joke. Okay. Dude, I warned you. 12.5%. I opened the second one and you let me plug it into it. You let me into this. You enabled me. Round 4. Speed round.
This is probably the most nerve-wracking speed round I've seen in a long time.
Yeah. How'd you do in it? I'm curious.
Oh, I suck balls.
I did really good.
Really?
Yeah, I actually did pretty good in this. Well, because there was an alien race question. It was what was Shakti. I sighed and went, to Gerda.
So in that case, I'm going to call back Barbarian, and I'm going to ask him to quiz you again.
No. I would love for Barbarian to just hang out with me. I think that I made a bad impression. But I love Barbarian. He can dislike me all he wants. I'm not going to stop loving that man. But this was actually... I like it when it's not live because I like knowing like hearing the dings and the not dings.
Yeah.
For us to be in on it is what I'm saying when it comes to speed round. So we don't watch it. We go, I don't know. Did you get any of these right? I don't know. And then at the end, it's like, all right, you miss 8, you miss 3, you get a steal, you pass this. And then I'm like, huh? And they're like, and this is a score. I'm like, okay, cool. And that's all I like comprehend the whole time. So I like it when you hear ding and not ding and you see the score move with the speed, with the fast money. I don't know if it's known. I don't know if you know this, but it stems from your show, your other show. Double D is a big fan of fast money, and I'm not. And I tried to make that pretty clear in the comments. I'm
a huge fan. I love it a lot more than
I really don't like fast money. I'll go buzzards any day of the year. And his main argument, and I brought this up to Double D. I've been on a show with him since. And I made a joke. No. I was super wasted. It was my wife's birthday. And I was drunk as fuck. And I was off my phone in an alley. And I jumped onto the show. And Soda let me on after. So I was in the green room after. And I was trashed. And I just dialed into Double D. I'm like, listen here, buddy. And it was hilarious. It was great. I got him laughing a lot. Because he made this prediction of fast money versus buzzers that, no one's ever going to match or beat the point totals because of fast money opposed to buzzer. And then the next day was spectacular. And guess what? There was a 51-50 with the buzzers. So I made the joke that when that was going on, that Double D's like shuffling through papers and like doing math, like, this isn't possible. That's like what I pictured. Like, this can't be all my research. Oh.
Damn you, Tackle.
Yeah. But this is it. I don't care about the numbers. I'm okay with 51-50 being the record for the rest of our lives. That doesn't matter to me. What matters is I love the fact that now there's another thing you have to get, just championship. So just championship, you have to master those speed rounds. It is what separates the men from the boys. It's what separates, or the ladies from the girls. I don't mean to make it about gender, but it is what changes from a 3rd to a 5 round. It's, guess what? There's now a thing that you've never practiced before, and now you have to be good at it. And that's what I like about the speed round, and also the swing of the speed round. Is there can be literally somebody can have like a 4 or 5 point lead and then be down because somebody just shuts them off in the speed round. Now, I love the speed round.
My question to you is that next match, Harper's going in buzzer.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't scare me because he's going to be ready.
He's got buzzers now. He is practicing with them now.
That's the X factor, right? So
yeah.
You might be good, you might be able to practice, but nothing will prepare you for the actual moment because you don't know how fast the other person is, right? Whereas he's good when it comes to him versus himself, right? That's his mentality most of the time. Yes, the other person is good, but you'll study the person, but he's against himself. You can't do that when you're in speed round. With the buzzers, you really have to go against your opponent.
Yeah.
But there's nothing that really can prepare you until you're there. So that's my only X factor with Harper. Am I worried? Nah.
Will the next guy be good with him either? Like as well. The only other person who's in that tournament who knows anything about the buzzers would be Damon.
Yeah.
And that's it. If it's anybody else, they're also rookies with buzzers.
And that's what the X factor comes in, I think, though, because no one really knows. Like, Chance Ellison is not a Star Wars player, but we all know, like, we go against
buzzer player.
Yeah, he's the god of buzzers.
Yeah.
Like, I can only imagine what he does with his right hand to be that fast.
That's not okay. That's not an okay thing to say right now.
Chance, I'm sorry. But no, for real, that is the X factor. Like you said, Damon is one of the rare ones that actually practice with a speed round with a buzzer. So Harper might be really good, but someone else can even be better. We don't know.
And look at the cream of the crop coming in, especially going back to Gold Leader. You think Gold Leader is going to be unprepared? Are you kidding me? Dude prepares everything 100% always. Well, except for my show, or our show. But yeah, he's like, yeah, I've never really heard of this Jedi before. I'm cool with whatever tier you want to put him in, Taco. All right, cool. Yes, yeah, sure. But anyways, no, I'm joking. But
no, you're not.
These guys are study fanatics. You have to be. In order to be an S-tier Star Wars player, you are a study fanatic. You're going to get those buzzers down, or at least you're going to attempt, but you won't know until you actually play. And also the way factions are nowadays, every championship player has 4 people constantly working with them.
Now going back to fourth round, I
love that you are the one who keeps going back to rounds.
I know, right? It's like someone did a Freaky Friday, and I'm in your body.
I want to talk about how fourth round made me feel. I'm French.
Yes, but that I was gonna say something in French. I said, "Fuck it." That being said, for me, when I heard when Harper answered a bad question, I was like, "Oh no, this is not good." My heart sank. But then Demolanta going skip, and then skip. I'm like, oh wait, this again was probably the most exciting.
Yeah, I know. Me and my wife both went, I know this was this is probably my favorite fast money round ever. Because also, it's because we knew what was going on, because we got the yes or the no for, like, we already knew going into Demolanta's that Harper missed one. And we normally wouldn't know that if it was live, we wouldn't have known that. So I love that we had that extra bit of knowledge, so it made Demolanta's that much of like, all right, Harper missed one. You got this. And I literally was saying out loud, you got this? You got, like I was coaching something that happened in the past to a person I've never met before. I was giving him some advice.
You never talked to Harper yet?
No, I'm talking about Demolanta.
Oh, okay.
All right. But yeah, you don't have to send me a private chat. It's just me and you. Just talk to me, buddy. I'm right here.
Okay, so
I looked at the private chat. You don't have to say it.
I'm sorry. You said something. I'm gonna fucking call you off. We're wrapping in 5 minutes, people. I have a date tonight.
He's gonna try to wrap in 5 minutes. All right, well then let's wrap, because we still have to go with your 5 minutes. We still have around 5. But yeah, so the wrap up. I'm gonna keep using the word wrap. To wrap it up is what I'm telling you right now. Wrap it up. Round 4, we had one pass from Demolanta and one miss from Harper. So that leaves us 30-31 going into round 5. Nail biter, fuck. Like 1 point. You know what that means? No possibility for sudden death. That's what that means. That means this is the last fucking round.
And this is where I went, okay, we got a new champ.
We do. I agreed with you there. If you were watching it with us on the couch, if you were sitting on the other part of the couch, we have a pretty big couch.
I wanted. Thank you, Taco's daughter.
I tried. Yeah. Maeve's like, I don't want you to hang out with a French guy. That's my daughter's name. But yeah, so I completely agree. Is what Star Wars guys at this level, other Star Wars people have missed 5-pointers. 5-pointers do get missed in Star Wars. But Harper?
Yeah.
But Demolanta?
Yeah.
He has before, but not lately. Not lately.
Nah, exactly. It's
this year.
At this point, you know it's going to go tit for tat, and it's going to end at 1, and it did.
Okay, now, can I ask you, before we move, I know you want to wrap it up, but I got a question. Did you know any of these?
Okay, I'll make it simple for you. I would have got 0 points out of the whole. I would get 0 points probably for the last 3 years.
I'm proud of myself, okay, but it's because it was an alien race. They put an alien race as a 5-point. So Demolanta's 5-point villain was what race? Is Sam Wessel? It's Claudite. I love Claudite. They're the shape-changing race. I had in one of my role-playing games, I had somebody who played a Claudite Sith, and it was amazing. He was a shape-changing Sith. I love Claudite. It's what I would say. I put an exclamation point when I wrote down the note because I was so pumped. I was like, it's like one of my favorite races. Got a 5-point in a championship match. Claudite. Like I was pumped. Okay, that's all I got. It was a nerd moment, and also I think that was the easier of the 5-pointers because what random ass like stormtrooper captain in The Force Awakens was like hanging out with somebody having coffee one day, arguing with Bill Burr or like whatever the fuck the question was. And it was like, and Harper's like, yeah, TK338. I was like, yeah, cool. That's what I can't do. I can't have the like letter, number human questions. Like those are so hard.
And again, any question from me, like I don't understand what the fuck they're talking about. I'm just amazed by their knowledge, and this is why I love the Star Wars edition. But again, I probably had 0 questions in the last multiple years in a Star Wars match. I don't know what they're talking about. I would be.
Is that why you haven't been a guest on my Star Wars show until now? Hey, Ben's here. See what I meant? It's exactly at 10 o'clock. It
was an amazing match. We're actually ending the stream. We had to start earlier.
Can you at least show everybody just Ben that Ben's here? Can you click his thing?
Yeah.
I don't have the possibility. There you go. Hi, Ben.
And you are right. There's 3 people in. I am so sorry, Daco. Look again. Full disclosure: we started early to finish early.
Don't tell him why. You don't need to tell him why. I'm tired of hearing it. He had something to do. He had something to do, so we started an hour early. But I want to say, I'm not blaming Frenchie. I also wanted to start an hour early. But I really wish that Snark and Ben knew we were going to start an hour early because I would have loved to have them in the chat. So what you have to do is call up your sexy date and tell her 1 more hour. And then we could do a 2-hour show. My favorite type of shows.
Nah, I gotta take a shower. I gotta scrub my balls, sir.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Too fucking much. Jesus Christ. Stark is gone already. He's like, hey guys, I made it. Okay, bye.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, like for me again. The X factor is the speed round with the buzzers, but I think we're seeing like at the beginning, Sam Witwer, Damon, the age of Harper now. Something special about him that I love the Malanta, but I wasn't expecting him to do that long stretch.
I disagree. I think that what Damon didn't have was a shit ton of competitors that played at his level. What Demolanta did have was a shit ton of competitors that played at his level. And guess what? Harper does as well. I would be very surprised if Harper holds it. I think he's going to hold it, but I don't think he's going to hold it for defenses. Well, I would be surprised if he does too.
I think he will, and this is why. He said himself, I did amazing, but this can't happen again. Talking about his miss. You know he's not at his top-notch form. If we're going Dragon Ball Z, he's in form 2. He is working hard as fuck to be Super Saiyan 3, then 4, then 5, then the God mode.
Well,
right?
There's no such thing as 5.
Isn't like the gods like the blue Ultimate Super Saiyan?
That's Super Saiyan, God Super Saiyan.
But that's technically 5, so shush.
No, it isn't. It's Super Saiyan, God Super Saiyan. It's a completely different thing. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then God, and then blue. That's it. There's no 5.
I am squishing your head right now.
Yeah, well, guess what? I'm pitching your face. There you go.
Yeah.
What's up? That's it. No. Let's end on freaking quoting a Canadian sketch show that like goes full circle, from the north. It's a Kids in a Hall reference, guys. Jeez. Fuck you. I wanted to leave. I'm glad you kicked me. All right, you're the one who wanted to wrap it up. So This was an amazing championship match, and it was everything I wanted except I wanted Demolanta to win, so I got 8 points in both of my fantasy leagues. But I had James White, so at least I got 3 today.
Yeah, and to close it out, there's 2 things I want to talk about. Do not miss, like Taco said, tomorrow's Let's Talk About Star Wars. Yours truly and a bunch of Smokes and North people are going to be competing to see how bad we are at Star Wars and try to guess.
Not just. So it's me versus Dave versus Frenchie. Do you know the guy's name? It's the championship or the champion of the FC or the FCL.
Oh, shit. I did not know.
Yeah, the Star Wars. Well, because you don't read the things they're tagged in. I can't remember the guy's name. Brennan something?
You're shitting on me to not know his name, but it's your show.
No, you didn't even know he was in it. You didn't even know he was in it. You're also, you're. I don't want you to be part of our chat, but you are, and you still don't know it. All right. I started one that didn't have you, and they didn't move over. I tried to.
Oh, you did.
Out.
You did.
I'm kidding.
No, you're not.
I'm slightly kidding. I didn't try hard. I didn't create it. No, I thought that you didn't want to be part of it. And then when you kept talking, I was like, oh, okay, clearly Frenchie does.
No,
fans. Yeah. Dude, it's never been paradise between me and this French motherfucker. It's not Trouble in Paradise. This is like World War V between us. It's another day.
It's that guy that you hate to love to hate to love.
Yeah, no shit. You're the dude who's like friends with all my other friends, so I had to put up with it. Like my best friend is also your best friend, so I hang out with you.
So it's like, oh God. I'm Tara from Buffy.
Yeah, you are. I actually had a friend in high school who me and her didn't get along, but she had two best friends, and they were my two best friends, which means I hung out with her more than I hung out with the other two because she was always around for both, and we didn't get along, and we still don't.
And yet, I would still lay my life down for you. So,
well, that's just Smokes the North thing. I got the same thing. I would totally lay my life down for you. But would I give you $5 if you needed gas? Probably not.
No. Good thing I don't drive, you moron.
I don't know.
All right, but yes. So do not miss out. Let's talk about Star Wars.
It's gonna be an amazing match tomorrow.
Talking about amazing tomorrow, 2:30 to 4. Speaking of Schmodown, like you guys know, I am producing the show. Jay Wade is the big mouth behind it.
The big mouth. Big mouth.
A very big mouth. And we got none other but you champ, Mr. Harper, and apparently someone he's been praising a lot, Mr. Arsenault, which again, if you haven't seen, we have an interview with him. I even did a Frenchie Talks about on the philosophy of Star Wars with Arsenault.
And that's Ross, the new guy that they just got? Yeah, I picked him up in one of my leagues, so.
And this guy he knows the Star Wars. He's very serious. He is dedicated. And I was surprised he wasn't drafted, but Harper really credits him as why he went to the next level is because of him. So I could not wait to really pick their brains because they'll be there tomorrow together. And we're lucky enough to pick their brains. All right, so.
I want to know, do you think there's a possibility of a Den versus Den spectacular for Star Wars? You really do?
Wow. For me, it's Laura Kelly, Gold Leader, or Ross.
Not Damon? Damon's not in that list? I put Damon over Laura Kelly.
No.
I love Laura Kelly. No, she's like the next one down, but I put Damon over Laura Kelly.
Not me. I love Damon, but I think the age of Damon is gone. I really do think. I know. It hurts.
We drop bombs here.
It hurts me to say, but with the last two matches he had against Demolanta, I think it broke him.
I don't know. I think he might come back angry. But whatever. We'll see. We got to end the match. It turns out I have a really hot date as well with my wife who's sleeping, and I'm just going to sleep next to her. It's not really hot or a date. But I do want to go to bed is what I'm saying.
All right, so let's cut it. Thank you very much for the people who stuck around. And do not miss out again. Tomorrow, 2 shows for your entertainment. And till next time, bonsoir.